Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Put him in a body bag. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another edition to Scotty Karate. Today we're going to be going over the Cobra Kai Mantra, and my take on, is it good, bad, or meh? All that and more in today's Scotty Says. All right, today we're going to start off with the Cobra Kai Mantra of strike first. So, strike first sounds ominous, sounds like what a bad guy would say. You have to hit him first. Is it though? It could be. I mean, the bad guys in Karate Kid did say it, and they were kind of the bullies. Depends on who you believe. Even Funakoshi and his 20 principles stated that there is no first strike in karate. So maybe there's something to it. But on that same note, in the strike first mantra of the Cobra Kai and Karate Kid, to me, that's not what that means. It's not meaning you be the bully, you run in and you attack the other person before they even know it, or sucker punch them, or all the things that comes to mind. To me, I mean, striking first in any situation isn't necessarily you are jumping in and being a bully. It could be the fact that you just threw the first punch. And so what do I mean by that? Well, when you're in a confrontation, so say you and your family walking down the street, someone's picking a fight with you, you're in a bar, someone's picking a fight, whatever, and they're instigating it, they're aggressing it, they're starting to do things like shove you, get in your face, surround you with a couple of people. All these things indicate you're already in the fight. I mean, the fight's already started. It doesn't matter if they've thrown a punch yet, you're in it. So to me, if you're in that situation and you strike first, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You're already in the fight. And the wild notion that karate, you just sit there and let them hit you first and then you start fighting back, it's very bizarre. Never understood that. So in this way, I kind of relate to the Cobra Kai mantra of strike first. Second one up is going to be strike hard. Never really understood this one, honestly, because of course you want to strike hard. There's not very many martial arts out there that actually advocate for you to not strike hard. I mean, a chunk of the conditioning you do in the dojo is to build strength and power and damage. So this one's kind of a dust situation to me. I mean, of course it's right. You need to strike hard. If you're going to hit somebody and you have reason to hit somebody, you need to hit them hard. This is another one that kind of makes sense to me. Now, there is some caveats to that. So if you are in a situation where you can control this outcome, control the fight, for example, we like to use a drunk guy as the scenario because usually they're not that critical. They're not trying to murder you. They're just being dumb. So if you're going to be in a situation where you don't need to murder somebody, you're not actually defending your actual life or your family's life, yeah, mercy, I mean, showing some restraint is an obvious thing. But to me, that's not what that refers to. No mercy. Don't just half-ass it. You don't go into the fight, into a situation where you're potentially going to be hurt, you're going to be killed, your family's going to be hurt, killed, what have you. You don't go into that going, well, I'm just going to kind of play around with him. You know, I might knock him down a little bit. I might put him in a chokehold. I mean, if that's what happens, great. But if you go into it thinking you're going to use non-lethal force and they're in the mentality that they don't care about your life and they might use lethal force, that's not a good scenario, not one I'd recommend for people. So I highly recommend no mercy in situations where it's needed. To me, these principles are not things that are black and white with zero give. These, like everything else in life, have gray areas. So you shouldn't be sitting there thinking that, oh, strike first, strike hard, no mercy. This means everything at all times. There is no leeway. There is no exception. You will go into every fight. You will murder. No, that's not even remotely near true. And to me, I don't really honestly think that that's how they meant it in the show. Because, I mean, it's not really that how it comes across. I mean, kind of was how Kreese meant it, but that's for another video. But as for taking these into the real world and demonizing the principles, I don't think it should be that big of a deal, because at the end of the day, everything has its gray area. No mercy has a gray area. Strike first? Depends on what you mean by strike first. Does that mean you get hit first? You hit someone first? You have to be struck before you can fight back? Gray areas. And a lot of times those gray areas are where it actually matters. So that's how I view the principles of the Cobra Kai Mantra of strike first, strike hard, no mercy. I like the movie. I like the show. If you haven't seen the show, I highly recommend it. It's a great show. Can't wait for season 2. Looks like, Sensei Kreese is going to shake things up quite a bit. So what do you think of the Cobra Kai philosophy of strike first, strike hard, no mercy? Is it something you believe? Is it something that you disagree with wholeheartedly? Is it something that there might be some gray area? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And as always, if you liked the video, please share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when my videos are available, and share with your friends and family. That way we get this out there. And as always, the more you train, easier the fight.